Hello everyone, and welcome to my Powermac G4 Quicksilver upgrade video. In this video I'm going to be doing something that isn't often done, at least on YouTube channels that I watch, and that is I'm not going to fill this thing with 512 meg sticks of RAM. This thing can accept up to a gig of RAM. I'm actually just going to increase the RAM to 384 megabytes from 128, which is what it shipped with originally. Now, when I got this thing, I already made a video of it. It had these two sticks in it. Actually, it didn't have this stick. It had this and another 128 inside of it to give it 640 megs of RAM. This is definitely going to be a downgrade. However, I want to. I have a use for this other 512 meg stick, so I'm going to be installing these three in here, simply because it is an upgrade. No, I'm not going to max this thing out, but this isn't the fastest Quicksilver that I own, so I don't really want it to be the best one in terms of RAM. Also, these sticks all match. These are all, I don't know what I pulled them out of, might have been another Mac, I don't know, but these all happen to match. Also, I don't have more than 2 sticks of 512 meg SD RAM, so it probably wouldn't have been possible tonight anyway. In addition to that, I'm going to... I don't actually know where I left off with this thing last time I was playing with it, but I have a lot of macOS install disks, and I'm going to try to put macOS 9.2 on it. I'm pretty sure I have an installation disk that'll do that, so... Without further ado, I'm going to try to do this in as few cuts as possible, so I'm going to readjust the camera. I apologize for the noise. We're going to stick these 3 sticks of RAM in the system, and then we're going to boot it up, see if it works, and then install macOS 9.2. Now this is by no means I don't know, it's not a tutorial, as you can probably tell already. This is just me documenting that I'm upgrading this thing for the hell of documenting it. There's literally no reason for it. Just for your entertainment, really. If you're really that bored on a random Wednesday night. I can't get the stick of RAM in there. That's because I'm a moron. That's why I couldn't get it in there. Having trouble getting it in. Never happened before, but there we go. So there is 384 megs of matching sticks of DDR memory in there. Now, one thing I might want to do in the future is change out this hard drive because it is somewhat loud. However, I just don't think I care enough at this point, so we're going to, first of all, we're going to boot off the hard drive that's in here with the installation. Noise happening in 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that loud camera tripod noise. We're just going to boot and see if it works before I go too far and install an operating system. And you know what? I don't hear any noise yet. I mean, I hear noise, but I don't hear any good noise. Why the hell is that? Unplug. That noise with the camera tripod's going to happen quite a bit, just so you know. So let's take out all but one stick and try her again. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to use this, am I? Well, that sucks. I was really hoping I could use the matching sticks of RAM. Well, you see, the reason why that didn't work is because if you look at the bottom line there, towards the right-hand side, and I apologize, I can't hold this any more steady, it says ECC. ECC RAM will not work in this system. So that's unfortunate. I'm going to have to find another couple sticks to throw in there. I have now searched through my entire SD RAM collection drawer thing, And these are the only 3 sticks of 128 megabyte RAM that are 133 megahertz and cast latency 3. Which I don't know if that'll even work, because the stick that I pulled out of there was CL2. So, yeah. We'll see if that works. If it does not, I don't really want to perform this significant of an upgrade, but the only other memory that I have that is 133 megahertz, that is matching, which is what I want to do for this project. Yes, I could do other things, but I want to have it matching, is 256 meg stick. So yeah, it would be an upgrade, but it's one that I didn't really want to do. So yeah, let's just freaking go ahead and throw all these in there. I don't know if it'll work at this point, but that's what we do on this channel. We guess and then pay for the consequences later. That is what we do. By the way, all the other RAM that I have that is a 128 meg or 256 meg, I'm looking at it over here, is either too slow or, I don't know, some other weird BS is going on. Like, I have a ton of ECC RAM. I don't know where the hell it all came from, but that is a beautiful freaking sound. That means, I'm going to tilt the camera here, that we have 384 megs, in theory, of memory in here. And it looks like we're booting off the optical disc, maybe? I can't really tell. This looks like just the hard drive to me, which is okay. That's a good thing. That is definitely good. We'll have to see what happens here. I'm going to start putting my RAM away while you guys watch this thing boot up. Maybe I can show you just how much freaking RAM there is. Maybe not, because it'll boot up way too fast. Imagine that. System with 384 megs of RAM booting up too fast for me to do something. It's like it has an SSD in it. Alright. Didn't put really any of it away, but it's okay. I can't do much about you being able to see the screen. But yeah, there we have it. 384 megs of RAM. And what do we have? I think it shows them all in here as well. Yep, 128, 128, 128. So we're golden. And that just means that I have to install an operating system on here, and then we will be good to go. Now this thing I think would have shipped with macOS 9 something. And I'm going to be putting 9 something on there, but because I want it... Now, I know this might sound a little bit hypocritical of me. There's my hand up here. I did just say I'm not going to use this system a lot, but I want to have a somewhat usable operating system. And to me, if this thing is capable of macOS 9, it gets 9.2.2. Which I think I can put on here. I think it's upgradable to that. And that's what I do with all my OS 9 Macs. It just seems like the best thing to do. Although it seems to be booting off of the disk again, the hard disk, so that's annoying. I think this keyboard's plugged in. I don't know. Well, I'll pause the video, and once I get booted off this disk, I'll be right back. And there we have it. It's booting off the disk, and the optical disk. I keep not specifying that. I'm kind of getting annoyed about that. But yep, booting off of that disk. Now this is a special install disk. This I got from macOS9lives.com or org, I don't remember. Just Google it and you should be able to find it. This is a universal installer that allows you to install it on any OS 9 capable Mac. And I think the reason why I downloaded it is that you can even install it on things like a Powermac 73 or 7500. I don't remember if I got that to work, but I think that's why I have it. So, I think there's other special things about it too, but that's just what I remember. Now, on a side note, if you're interested in how much RAM I actually tried, There are many sticks of RAM in here. This is a pretty hefty box, and this is just the SD RAM. This is not anything else. So yeah, out of those sticks I was only able to find 3 that would work. And I also found a stick of DDR, which kind of made it into there when I didn't want it to. So that's cool. Still booting off the disk. Alright, so we have the one that's... yeah, I know how to install it. So we're going to reinitialize the hard disk that is in here at the moment. OS X standard, full size. We'll initialize it, and then I'll rename it Macintosh HD because it's no longer the second hard drive, it's just the hard drive. Did it work? This disk has at least one volume locked. Initialize. Yes, I want to erase all of that. Blow that shit away. Don't want any of it. Oh shit, I wanted something. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so now we have Untitled, and we'll name that Macintosh HD. Close out of here, and then we'll get to installing 9.2. Now, I've actually never done this before, so I might actually have to read this README that I dismissed earlier. Oh, so I just used Apple Software Restore. Okay. Interesting. So yes. Oh, so it... oh. Okay, I have not done this before, apparently. So this will actually restore an image that's already been created of a Mac OS 9 disk. So it probably already has everything configured, everything installed. Wow, that's kind of cool. Alright, well let's restore this crap, and I don't know how long it'll take. Yes. But I will return to you when this thing is finished. So yeah, pretty excited. So right now I'm only partway through installing, but I just want to have you listen at how bad this fan sounds when it's plugged in. So I'll be quiet for a minute. Isn't that just the worst thing ever? I don't know what I can do about that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to replace that fan, but man, something has to happen with that. So it is finally finished. Now the first time I tried to install it, which is what you guys originally saw, it locked up partway through, and I don't know why. So that was interesting, but seemed to have worked just fine that time, so we're going to go ahead and eject the disk, reboot the system, and see if anything cool happens. Now, I know for a fact that I have actually never booted off of this particular image that I just restored, so I have no idea what's going to pop up. I don't know what's installed or anything like that, so we're going to find out together. Now, this isn't part of the video that I had planned, but you know, what the hell, it's still kind of interesting. Alright, so the disk is out. We are now booting off of the internal hard drive. It's macOS 9.2 as expected, and as hoped for. I'm actually kind of excited. I don't know what to expect. Doesn't look like we have any extra extensions loading. And I'm confused. This kind of looks exactly like what was installed on this machine before. Yes, network time error, I know. Okay, I don't know why the screen is blue. This is very bizarre to me. Yes, I know, go away. Okay. I don't think it's frozen. Okay. I guess I just have to be patient. What? What is this? So this is apparently a very, very customized installation of Mac OS 9. I don't think that's music I hear. I do hear sound though. No, I don't care about either of those. I've never seen this before. This is very interesting. This whole thing reminds me of Mac OS X, or Mac OS 10. Let's just go ahead and fill in, put in my first name, and my last initial, and one infinite loop. Cupertino, California, 91450. I don't know if that's actually what it is. 424 444 4444, and I'll be using it for home, and I'm a student, I guess. I'm in IT. Okay, there we go. I wonder if this registration actually goes somewhere. I'm not going to go on the internet just yet. Don't care, we'll send it later. And now we wait. I might end up doing a separate video about this installation. I'm not going to break this off or anything, as you already know, but yeah, it's kind of a cool thing to go through. Alright, so let's go about this computer. We have 9.2 Mac OS ROM 10.2.1. Something about that seems weird to me. Isn't it supposed to... What? I thought OS 9.2 used like a 9. Something ROM. Let me do a little bit of Googling on that. Yeah, so my eyes are not deceiving me. It seems as though anything I could come up with online shows either macOS ROM 9. Something or PowerPC Enabler 9. Something. Not 10.2. So I wonder... My knowledge of this kind of thing isn't that great. Maybe something weird is going on here. Either way, it's incredibly cool. So there we have the 384 megs RAM running on that 733 megahertz G4. All that is as it should be. Yeah, so there we go, I guess. I don't think there's any applications installed. It looks pretty bare to me. Yeah, really not that much. So I guess if you want to learn more about this version of Mac OS X, go to what it says here, if you can read that, Mac OS 9 Lives, or Lives, lives.com, or .org, I don't actually remember, whatever. And yeah, you can download this ISO from there. It's kind of interesting. I don't know what the benefit of using a newer ROM is, because it is still running OS 9. I don't know. I'll have to look that up myself. But for now, I'm going to change the resolution. And with that, I'm going to start editing this video, and I'll get it out there for you guys. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below, and I will get to them as soon as I am able. Take care, everyone.